60 and thriving. What really keeps you looking and feeling young? Introduce. As we get older, it's natural to wonder why some people seem to defy time while others feel like aging is catching up with them fast. Maybe you've heard someone say to you, "Wow, you don't look your age," and brushed it off. But deep down, you might have sensed that there's more to it than just good genes. In truth, looking and feeling youthful isn't just about luck or heredity. It's about how you live your life each day. Today, more than ever, we have access to real science that shows how lifestyle choices have a powerful impact on how we age, not just in appearance, but in energy, mood, and vitality. Many people over 60 were raised to believe that aging means slowing down, becoming less active, and accepting a gradual decline in health and mobility. But what if we told you that you still have the power to shape how you age? What if staying youthful wasn't about chasing youth, but about embracing habits that support your body, mind, and spirit in meaningful ways? You might be surprised to learn that genetics only account for a small portion, around 20 to 30% of the aging process. That means 70 to 80% is within your control. Whether you're in your early 60s or your late 70s, you have more influence over your health and well-being than you might think. Staying young at heart and in body doesn't require extreme workouts or complicated routines. It starts with awareness of how your daily habits, thoughts, stress levels, and self-care choices affect your energy, appearance, and health. It means moving your body in ways that feel good, eating nourishing foods that reduce inflammation, managing stress so it doesn't wear you down, and choosing to think positively about the journey of aging rather than fearing it. Most importantly, it's about valuing yourself enough to put your well-being first. We've seen countless examples of men and women in their 60s, 70s, and beyond who look vibrant, feel strong, and live with purpose. Not because they're trying to look young, but because they're living in a way that honors their health and their mindset. They stay curious, active, and emotionally engaged. They take care of themselves, not as a luxury, but as a necessity. And the result? They don't just appear younger. They feel it in every part of their lives. In the sections below, we'll explore 6 essential factors that play a major role in why you might look or feel younger than your actual age. These aren't just tips for appearance. They're practical, science-backed habits that support your physical, emotional, and mental well-being. Whether you've already been practicing some of these or are just getting started, the good news is it's never too late to make changes that have a lasting impact. Your age is a number. How you live is what truly defines your vitality. Let's explore how. Number 1. Genetics is only a small part of the story. The truth about aging. Aging is something we all think about, especially as we move into our 60s and beyond. For decades, we've been told that how we age, how we look, how we feel, and how well we move is mostly determined by our genetics. Maybe you've looked at your parents or grandparents and thought, I guess that's what's waiting for me. But science is painting a very different picture today. It turns out that genetics is only a small part of the story when it comes to aging. Yes, your DNA does set a foundation. It plays a role in how your body is built, how your metabolism works, and even how your skin holds up over time. But it's not the full picture, not even close. In fact, recent research suggests that genetics only account for 20 to 30% of how we age. That means a powerful 70 to 80% is determined by lifestyle choices, the decisions you make every single day. This is both eye-opening and empowering because it means you are not at the mercy of your family history. You have far more control over how you age than most people realize. The genetics myth, why we tend to overestimate it. Why do we give so much credit to genetics? For one, it's an easy answer. If we believe that looking young, feeling energized, or staying active is all about the genes we were born with, then we don't have to do anything. It either happens for us or it doesn't. We can shrug and say, it's out of my hands. But believing that aging is mostly genetic takes away our power. It encourages passivity. It removes the need to examine our habits, our stress levels, our nutrition, and how we care for our bodies. That mindset leads many people to accept aches and pains, weight gain, or loss of vitality as just part of getting old. The truth is, we see proof all around us that genetics isn't destiny. Consider two people in their late 60s. Same age, same background, maybe even from the same family. One is active, clear-minded with glowing skin and a strong posture. The other struggles with low energy, poor health, and looks noticeably older. Their genetics may be similar, but their outcomes are vastly different. Why? Because of how they live, what you can control, the 70 to 80% that matters. The 70 to 80% of aging that's within your control includes how you move your body, what you eat, how you manage stress, how well you sleep, and even the way you think about aging itself. These are not abstract ideas. They're measurable, proven factors that influence how your cells regenerate, how your immune system performs, how your skin looks, and how your mind stays sharp. Let's explore a few of these key lifestyle factors in more depth. 1. Nutrition. Every cell in your body needs proper fuel. When you eat real, whole foods, like leafy greens, colorful vegetables, healthy fats, lean protein, and antioxidant-rich fruits, you're giving your body the building blocks it needs to repair, renew, and fight inflammation. On the flip side, diets high in processed food, sugar, and unhealthy fats contribute to inflammation, cellular damage, and accelerated aging. The saying, "you are what you eat," is especially true as we age. Number 2, movement. Staying physically active improves circulation, boosts your mood, strengthens muscles and joints, and supports your heart and brain. Regular movement, even walking, stretching, or gardening, helps reduce stiffness, prevent injury, and keep your body functioning well into later years. Your body was made to move. When you stop moving, aging speeds up. But when you stay active, you send a message to every system in your body that you are still thriving. 3. Stress management. Chronic stress is one of the most underestimated drivers of aging. It triggers the release of cortisol, a hormone that, in high levels, breaks down collagen, weakens the immune system, and increases inflammation. This shows up not just in how you feel, but in how you look. Learning to manage stress through breathing techniques, mindfulness, connection with others, and regular movement can literally slow the aging process on a cellular level. 4. Sleep. Sleep is when your body heals. During deep sleep, your brain clears waste, your skin repairs damage, and your muscles recover. Lack of sleep leads to dull skin, brain fog, weight gain, and accelerated aging. Prioritizing good sleep hygiene. Regular sleep times, reduced screen exposure before bed, a calm environment is one of the most effective ways to keep your body and mind youthful. 5. Mindset. Your beliefs about aging directly impact how your body responds. If you view aging as decline, your behaviors will align with that belief. You'll move less, try less, and slowly disengage from life. But if you believe that aging can be filled with vitality, purpose, and growth, you'll approach life differently. And that positive mindset affects everything from hormone levels to immune response. This isn't just positive thinking. It's supported by research. Studies have shown that people who have a positive perception of aging live an average of 7.5 years longer than those who see it as decline. Genes may load the gun, but lifestyle pulls the trigger. It's a phrase often used in health discussions. Genetics may load the gun, but lifestyle pulls the trigger. In other words, you may have inherited a predisposition to certain conditions, but whether or not those genes become active often depends on your habits and environment. For example, if your family has a history of diabetes or high blood pressure, you might be at higher risk. But if you eat well, maintain a healthy weight, and manage stress, you might never develop those conditions. Similarly, if your parents aged quickly, it doesn't mean you will too, especially if you're making proactive choices. This also works the other way. You can have the best genes, but if you don't take care of yourself, you'll still age faster than necessary. It's never too late to start soon. One of the most powerful truths about lifestyle and aging is that it's never too late to make a difference. Whether you're 60, 70, or even 80, your body is still capable of change, repair, and renewal. Your cells are constantly regenerating. Your habits, starting today, can shape the next chapter of your life. You don't need to completely overhaul your life in one day. Small, consistent changes make the biggest difference over time. Add a vegetable to your plate. Go for a walk in the fresh air. Turn off the TV 30 minutes earlier and enjoy a quiet wind down before bed. Try a short breathing exercise when you feel the real fountain of youth. The real fountain of youth isn't in a pill, a cream, or a surgery. It's in your everyday actions. It's in the food you eat, the thoughts you think, the people you spend time with, and the way you move your body. You don't need perfect genes to age well. You need consistent care for yourself, physically, mentally, and emotionally. Your age does not define your energy, your beauty, or your value. Your habits do. So the next time someone tells you, you don't look your age, take a moment to appreciate that it's not just luck or family genetics. It's a reflection of the choices you've made and the ones you continue to make. That's something to be proud of. Conclusion. We now know that genetics only explain part of how we age, and the rest, often the majority, is up to us. That means you have incredible power in your hands. It's not about turning back time. It's about choosing to live in a way that supports your body and mind every day. Whether you're beginning that journey now or continuing it, remember, every step matters, and you are never too old to feel young again. Number 2, your mindset shapes how you age. As we grow older, one of the most overlooked yet powerful influences on how we age is our mindset. It's easy to focus on physical changes, wrinkles, aches, slower movement. But what often escapes attention is how our thoughts and beliefs directly impact the way our bodies age. There is growing scientific evidence that shows the way we think about aging shapes the way we experience aging. If you believe that getting older means inevitable decline, loss of energy, and fading vitality, your body will begin to respond in accordance with that belief. On the other hand, those who view aging as a natural, even empowering part of life often retain youthfulness in both appearance and spirit for much longer. This is not just a feel-good idea. It's rooted in real science. Researchers have found that individuals with a positive view of aging live significantly longer, up to 7.5 years longer, than those with negative perceptions. More than that, people who expect to remain active and engaged in later years are more likely to do exactly that. They stay mobile, mentally sharp, and socially connected because their internal beliefs encourage behaviors that support those outcomes. One of the most striking examples of this comes from a well-known study conducted by psychologist Ellen Langer at Harvard University. In the late 1970s, she took a group of elderly men and placed them in an environment designed to replicate life from 20 years earlier. Everything, the music, the books, the TV shows, even the decor, was from a previous era. The men were encouraged to talk and act as if they were living in that time. In just 1 week, remarkable changes were observed. Participants showed improvements in posture, joint flexibility, grip strength, and even vision. The study suggested that their bodies responded to the shift in mindset. By believing they were younger, they began to act and feel younger. Their physical condition improved not because of medical intervention or exercise, but because of how they thought about themselves. Other studies have echoed similar findings. Researchers at Yale University discovered that older adults with positive self-perceptions of aging were less likely to develop Alzheimer's disease. Another study published in the Journal of the American Medical Association, JAMA, found that older individuals with a more optimistic outlook experienced better recovery from illness, fewer disabilities, and stronger immune responses. These findings point to a central truth. Aging is not only a physical process, it is also a psychological one. Your brain influences your biology. Your expectations shape your behavior. And over time, those behaviors accumulate into measurable differences in how you age. If you tell yourself you're too old to start walking every day, you'll remain sedentary. If you believe it's too late to learn something new, your brain won't get the stimulation it needs to stay sharp. If you stop trying because aging is just decline, your body follows that script. The flip side is just as true and far more encouraging. When you believe that aging brings wisdom, resilience, and opportunity, you're more likely to stay engaged in life. You continue learning, forming relationships, exploring new hobbies, and staying physically active. These actions, motivated by a healthy mindset, reinforce the vitality you believe in. The cycle becomes self-sustaining. A positive view of aging leads to positive habits, which lead to a more youthful body and mind, which reinforces the belief that aging doesn't have to mean decline. It's also important to recognize how daily self-talk can shape this mindset. Many people unknowingly reinforce aging stereotypes in their language. I'm too old for this. My memory is getting worse every day. Or I guess this is just what happens when you age. These thoughts are not neutral. Your body hears them. Repeated often enough, they become beliefs, and beliefs turn into behaviors. But just as easily, those thoughts can be reshaped. Imagine replacing them with, I can still grow. I'm learning every day, or my age gives me strength. The more you speak kindly and confidently to yourself, the more your mind and body respond with energy and purpose. The physical impact of mindset also extends to stress levels and hormones. Chronic stress is known to accelerate aging by increasing cortisol, the hormone responsible for the body's fight or flight response. When we fear aging, worry about getting older, or internalize anxiety about our health, we produce more stress, which wears down the immune system, disrupts sleep, and contributes to cellular damage. But when we approach aging with acceptance and optimism, we reduce stress, support hormone balance, and allow our body's natural repair systems to work more efficiently. Social interaction is another key factor that mindset affects. People who believe they are still valuable and capable tend to stay socially active. They attend events, connect with others, and form new friendships well into their later years. This is no small thing. Strong social ties have been linked to longer lifespan, lower risk of cognitive decline, and improved emotional well-being. So how can you begin to reshape your mindset if you've internalized some of the negative messages about aging? It starts with awareness. Begin to notice the thoughts and phrases you use when you talk about yourself and your age. Replace limiting beliefs with empowering ones. Surround yourself with people who live with energy and curiosity, regardless of age. Expose yourself to stories of older adults who defy stereotypes. Those who run marathons in their 70s, go back to school in their 60s, or start new businesses in their 80s. These real-life examples help shift your internal narrative from limitation to possibility. It also helps to focus on what your body can still do, rather than what it can't. Celebrate strength, flexibility, and stamina, even if it's not what it once was. Practice gratitude for your health, your experiences, and your resilience. These practices reinforce a mindset of vitality and send a powerful signal to your body. I'm still here, I still matter, and I'm still growing. Ultimately, aging is inevitable, but how we experience it is largely up to us. The next chapter of life doesn't have to be defined by decline. It can be a time of strength, clarity, connection, and even transformation. Your body listens to your mind. If you think of yourself as someone who is still full of life, with much to offer and much to enjoy, you give your body permission to follow that belief. So choose your thoughts with care. Speak to yourself with kindness. Believe in your ability to thrive at any age. The power of your mindset is one of the greatest tools you have, not just to look younger, but to feel younger from the inside out. Let it work in your favor. Number 3, managing stress is preserving youth. Stress is often described as an unavoidable part of modern life. For many people, especially those over 60, stress is something they've simply learned to tolerate, adapt to, or ignore. But the reality is far more serious than many realize. Chronic stress doesn't just affect your mood or your mental clarity, it affects your body at a cellular level. Over time, unmanaged stress speeds up the aging process, both inside and out. The good news is that managing stress effectively is one of the most powerful and natural ways to protect your youth, your vitality, and your long-term health. Let's begin by understanding what stress actually does to the body. When you encounter a stressful situation, your body activates what's called the fight or flight response. This response is designed to protect you in the face of immediate danger. It triggers the release of cortisol, a hormone that gives you a burst of energy, sharpens your focus, and prepares your body to either flee or confront a threat. This was essential when humans were surviving in the wild. But in today's world, that same reaction is being triggered by traffic jams, financial worries, health concerns, and constant digital overload. Instead of facing occasional short-lived stress, many people live in a state of near constant tension. Cortisol in short bursts can be helpful, but when it remains elevated over long periods of time, it becomes harmful. High levels of cortisol break down collagen and elastin, the proteins that keep skin firm, smooth, and youthful. This contributes to wrinkles, sagging, and dull skin. Chronic stress also disrupts sleep, which is when the body repairs and regenerates itself. Without adequate rest, the skin doesn't have time to renew, and energy levels plummet. Even more concerning, prolonged stress increases inflammation throughout the body. Inflammation is a root cause of many age-related diseases, including heart disease, diabetes, arthritis, and cognitive decline. But the damage from stress isn't inevitable. With awareness and consistent effort, you can shift your body out of stress mode and into a state of healing and balance. The most effective tools for managing stress are simple, accessible, and often overlooked. Deep breathing, gentle movement, restful sleep, and daily joy. Deep breathing is one of the most immediate and effective ways to calm the nervous system. When you breathe deeply and slowly, you activate the parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest mode of the body. This slows your heart rate, lowers blood pressure, and signals to your brain that you are safe. Just a few minutes of deep breathing each day can reduce cortisol levels and begin to reverse the physical impact of stress. It can be done anytime, anywhere. Simply inhaling through your nose for 4 counts, holding for 4, and exhaling for 4 can reset your internal state. Gentle physical activity is another key strategy. While intense exercise has its benefits, it can also elevate cortisol if overdone, especially for older adults. Low-impact movement such as walking, stretching, yoga, or Tai Chi provides the perfect balance. These activities improve circulation, support joint health, release endorphins, and reduce physical tension. They also bring the body into the present moment, which helps quiet the racing thoughts that often accompany stress. 10 to 20 minutes a day of mindful movement can have a profound impact on how your body feels and functions. Sleep is perhaps the most underrated aspect of stress management. Many people view sleep as a luxury rather than a necessity, yet it's during deep sleep that the body performs its most critical repairs. The brain clears waste, the skin regenerates, and hormones reset. Lack of sleep keeps cortisol levels elevated and undermines all the body's restorative processes. To support restful sleep, it's important to create a bedtime routine. Dimming the lights in the evening, avoiding screens an hour before bed, limiting caffeine late in the day, and keeping a regular sleep schedule. Even small improvements in sleep quality can lead to significant improvements in physical appearance, emotional resilience, and overall health. Joy is often the most overlooked yet powerful element in managing stress and preserving youth. When was the last time you laughed? Really laughed? When did you last feel inspired, connected, or deeply content? These moments are not trivial. They have a biochemical impact. Laughter reduces cortisol, boosts immune function, and increases dopamine and serotonin, neurochemicals associated with happiness and vitality. Joyful activities also break the cycle of chronic stress by shifting focus from what's wrong to what's possible. Whether it's listening to music, spending time in nature, talking with a loved one, reading a good book, or engaging in a creative hobby, joy is not a distraction from life. It's a healing force within it. Stress does not just age you on the surface. It ages your organs, your immune system, your brain, and your spirit. But with the right habits, that process can be slowed, even reversed. The goal isn't to eliminate all stress. Life will always bring challenges, but to become more resilient in how we respond. That resilience builds when we create space to breathe, to move, to rest, and to feel joy regularly. There is also great value in rethinking your relationship with stress itself. Sometimes the way we frame our stress makes it worse. We see it as a sign of failure, weakness, or something to be ashamed of. But stress is simply a signal, a message from the body asking for attention, asking for change. By treating it with compassion rather than criticism, we can begin to listen, adjust, and take better care of ourselves. For older adults, managing stress is not about adding more to an already full to-do list. It's about creating a foundation for a more vibrant and sustainable life. Small changes, practiced daily, become rituals of self-preservation. A morning walk, a few minutes of deep breathing, prioritizing sleep, and making time for laughter. These are the tools not only for managing stress, but for reclaiming youth and energy at any age. The aging process is influenced by many factors, but chronic stress is one of the few that we have the power to control directly. By actively managing it, we protect our skin, our sleep, our mood, and our health. We protect our joy, our relationships, and our capacity to stay engaged in life. The fountain of youth may not be a myth after all. It may simply be a lifestyle, one that values peace over pressure, movement over stagnation, rest over exhaustion, and joy over fear. In the end, preserving your youth is not about denying the passage of time. It's about facing time with grace, with wisdom, and with the habits that support your best self. When you make the decision to care for your inner... Number 4. Movement is the true fountain of youth. There is a quiet but powerful truth that science and experience continue to affirm. The human body was designed to move. From the moment we take our first steps as children, our bodies thrive in motion. Yet, as we grow older, many of us begin to slow down, sit more, and move less. Whether due to injury, habit, work demands, or a gradual shift in priorities, movement becomes less frequent. And with that, our bodies begin to show the signs of aging more rapidly. But the good news is that the process is not only natural, it's reversible. Movement, even in its simplest forms, is the closest thing we have to a fountain of youth. What many people don't realize is how directly movement impacts aging at the cellular level. Every time you move your body, whether through walking, stretching, gardening, dancing, or gentle yoga, you are increasing blood circulation. This circulation is what delivers oxygen and essential nutrients to your cells, tissues, and organs. When blood flow improves, the skin glows, muscles are nourished, and toxins are flushed out more efficiently. Simply put, movement helps your body do what it's built to do: repair, regenerate, and thrive. Regular movement also plays a critical role in maintaining muscle mass. As we age, especially after the age of 40, we begin to lose muscle through a natural process called sarcopenia. This loss can lead to weakness, imbalance, fatigue, and increased risk of falls. But muscle loss is not inevitable. It can be significantly slowed and even reversed with consistent physical activity. You do not need to lift heavy weights or engage in intense exercise routines. Even bodyweight movements, resistance bands, or light household chores can activate muscles, preserving strength and mobility. Flexibility is another key component of youthfulness that is often overlooked. When we stop moving regularly, our joints stiffen, our muscles tighten, and our range of motion decreases. That's when simple tasks, like reaching for something on a high shelf or bending to tie a shoe, begin to feel difficult. Over time, this lack of mobility can lead to chronic pain, limited independence, and a noticeable decline in quality of life. Gentle stretching, balance exercises, and mindful movement help maintain flexibility, prevent injury, and promote ease in daily tasks. People who stay mobile often carry themselves with more confidence and grace, two qualities that instantly project a youthful presence. But movement doesn't only benefit the body, it supports the brain in powerful ways. When you engage in physical activity, even for just 10 to 20 minutes, your brain receives an influx of oxygen-rich blood. This supports memory, focus, and cognitive function. Numerous studies have shown that regular exercise reduces the risk of developing dementia, slows the progression of cognitive decline, and boosts overall mental clarity. It also stimulates the release of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF, a protein that supports the growth and survival of brain cells. This means that every time you move, you are not only improving your physical health, you are protecting your mind. In addition to supporting brain health, movement profoundly impacts your emotional well-being. Physical activity is a natural stress reliever. It triggers the release of endorphins, sometimes called feel-good hormones, which elevate mood and reduce anxiety. Regular movement can help you sleep better, increase your energy levels, and improve your overall outlook on life. Many people who commit to even small daily doses of exercise report feeling lighter, more positive, and more in control of their lives. And when you feel good emotionally, That radiance shows in your face, your posture, and the way you engage with others. The beauty of movement is that it does not have to be intense or complicated to be effective. For older adults, the goal is not to train like an athlete. It's to remain active in ways that support daily living and bring enjoyment. Simple activities like walking around the neighborhood, stretching in the morning, or dancing to your favorite music are more than enough to spark benefits. The key is consistency. It's what you do most days that makes the biggest difference, not what you do once in a while. In fact, some of the longest living populations in the world, such as those in the blue zones like Okinawa, Japan, or Sardinia, Italy, rarely engage in formal exercise routines. Instead, they incorporate movement naturally into their daily lives. They walk, garden, climb stairs, carry groceries, and participate in community activities. This steady, lifelong commitment to low-intensity movement keeps them healthy, strong, and mentally sharp well into their 80s and 90s. It proves that movement does not need to be difficult to be transformative. For those who have been sedentary or are dealing with chronic conditions, starting a movement routine can feel intimidating, but the key is to start where you are and listen to your body. Begin with short walks or light stretches. Use a chair for balance if needed. Consult with a healthcare professional if you have limitations or concerns. The most important thing is to begin and to keep going. Over time, your strength will build, your energy will increase, and your confidence will grow. It's also helpful to choose activities you enjoy. Movement should not feel like punishment or a chore. It should be a source of joy, a celebration of what your body can still do. Whether it's dancing, swimming, playing with your grandchildren, or working in the yard, find what makes you feel alive and make it a regular part of your routine. When movement is linked to pleasure, you're more likely to stick with it. One of the most noticeable effects of regular physical activity is the way it enhances posture and body language. People who move frequently tend to walk taller, breathe more deeply, and project a sense of vitality. They appear younger, not just in how they look, but in how they carry themselves. Movement revives your energy, awakens your senses, and renews your relationship with your body. It is often said that age is just a number, but the number matters far less than how you feel, how you move, and how you live. Movement is not just about preserving your youth. It's about reclaiming your life. It's about choosing to stay engaged, to stay curious, and to stay active in a way that honors the wisdom you've gained and the body that still serves you. In a world that often tries to sell youth in a bottle or a pill, the real answer is within your reach. You don't have to chase after it. You just have to keep moving. The simple act of putting one foot in front of the other, of stretching your limbs, of raising your arms to greet the day, is one of the most powerful forms of self-care you can offer yourself. So whether you are 60, 70, or 80, remember this: your body is still capable of extraordinary things. And with every step, every stretch, every motion, you are sending a message to your body and mind that you are still here, still vibrant, and still full of life. Movement is the true fountain of youth, flowing not from a distant spring, but from the choices you make each day. Drink from it often, and it will carry you forward with strength, clarity, and joy. Number 5. So nutrition slows aging from the inside out. When it comes to aging gracefully and maintaining vitality over the years, many people focus on external treatments, creams, serums, and cosmetic procedures. While these can offer temporary or surface-level improvements, the real power to slow aging lies in something much deeper: what you put into your body every day. Nutrition, often underestimated, is one of the most influential factors in determining not just how long you live, but how well you live. The food you eat impacts your energy, your skin, your immune system, your brain, and even how fast your cells age. In truth, aging well begins not in the mirror, but in the kitchen. At the core of the aging process is inflammation. Chronic, low-grade inflammation is one of the main drivers behind many of the conditions we associate with aging: heart disease, arthritis, diabetes, cognitive decline, and even wrinkles. This type of inflammation is often the result of poor dietary choices, stress, and lack of movement. Fortunately, nutrition is one of the most direct and effective ways to reduce it. Eating anti-inflammatory foods consistently can dramatically slow the signs of aging, both internally and externally. A diet rich in whole, plant-based foods is one of the most powerful defenses against inflammation. Leafy greens such as spinach, kale, and arugula are packed with vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that help protect cells from oxidative stress. Brightly colored vegetables and fruits, like berries, carrots, beets, and tomatoes, contain phytonutrients that fight free radicals, repair cellular damage, and support immune function. Cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, Brussels sprouts, and cauliflower contain compounds that help detoxify the body and reduce inflammation at a genetic level. Healthy fats also play a crucial role in slowing the aging process. Omega-3 fatty acids, found in fatty fish like salmon, sardines, and mackerel, as well as in walnuts, chia seeds, and flax seeds, have been shown to reduce inflammation, support brain health, and keep skin supple. These fats help maintain the integrity of cell membranes, allowing nutrients in and keeping toxins out. They also help regulate the production of key hormones that affect mood, metabolism, and immune response. Nuts and seeds, beyond being sources of healthy fats, are nutrient powerhouses. Almonds, sunflower seeds, and pumpkin seeds are high in vitamin E, a potent antioxidant that helps protect skin from the aging effects of sun damage and pollution. Brazil nuts are one of the best natural sources of selenium, which supports thyroid health and cellular repair. Regular consumption of nuts and seeds has been linked to improved cardiovascular health and longevity. Another essential component of an anti-aging diet is antioxidants. These compounds neutralize free radicals, unstable molecules that damage cells and accelerate aging. Foods high in antioxidants include berries, especially blueberries and blackberries, dark chocolate, green tea, and spices such as turmeric and cinnamon. Drinking green tea, for example, not only provides a calming ritual, but also delivers a potent dose of catechins, which help protect skin cells and reduce signs of aging. While focusing on what to eat is important, what you choose to avoid can be just as impactful. Refined sugar is one of the most damaging ingredients when it comes to aging. It promotes a process called glycation, where sugar molecules attach to proteins like collagen and elastin in the skin, breaking them down and leading to wrinkles, sagging, and loss of firmness. High sugar intake also contributes to systemic inflammation, blood sugar spikes, energy crashes, and long-term metabolic issues. The good news is that reducing sugar intake doesn't require extreme deprivation. It begins with small, practical choices, swapping sugary snacks for whole fruits, choosing unsweetened versions of your favorite foods, reading labels to spot hidden sugars, and gradually retraining your palate to enjoy more subtle, natural flavors. Over time, your cravings shift, your blood sugar stabilizes, and your energy becomes more consistent. Not only does your skin benefit from these changes, but your overall metabolic health improves as well. By becoming more mindful about sugar and processed foods, you begin to reclaim control over how you age. These dietary shifts don't just improve the way you look. They influence how you feel every day, how you sleep, how clearly you think, and how well your immune system protects you. Aging is a complex biological process, but food is one of the few tools you can use daily to shape it. With every meal, you have the opportunity to either accelerate the breakdown of your body or promote its healing and renewal. And that is a powerful form of self-care. Processed foods, often loaded with refined grains, trans fats, sodium, and artificial additives, further accelerate aging by contributing to inflammation and nutrient depletion. These foods offer little to no real nourishment, and over time, they burden the digestive system, impair cellular function, and lead to a decline in overall well-being. Limiting processed foods and favoring whole, unprocessed ingredients can lead to clearer skin, better digestion, more stable energy, and a stronger immune response. Hydration is another cornerstone of youthful aging that is frequently overlooked. Water is essential for nearly every bodily function. It transports nutrients, flushes out toxins, regulates body temperature, and keeps tissues hydrated. The skin in particular benefits immensely from proper hydration. Dehydrated skin appears dull, dry, and more prone to fine lines. But when the body is well hydrated, skin looks plumper, smoother, and more radiant. The standard advice of drinking 8 glasses of water a day is a good starting point, but hydration also comes from water-rich foods, such as cucumbers, melons, oranges, and lettuce. Herbal teas and broths can also support hydration while providing additional nutrients. It's important to note that beverages like coffee and alcohol, while enjoyable in moderation, can dehydrate the body, so balancing them with adequate water intake is essential. Another often overlooked aspect of nutrition and aging is gut health. A healthy gut microbiome, the community of bacteria in your digestive system, plays a vital role in immune function, nutrient absorption, and even mood regulation. An imbalance in gut bacteria, often caused by poor diet, antibiotics, or chronic stress, can lead to inflammation, skin issues, and decreased vitality. To support gut health, include fermented foods such as yogurt, kefir, sauerkraut, kimchi, and miso in your diet. These foods introduce beneficial bacteria that help maintain a balanced gut environment. Additionally, fiber-rich foods like oats, legumes, fruits, and vegetables feed the good bacteria and promote regular digestion. It's also important to eat with mindfulness. The experience of eating, taking time to chew, savor, and enjoy your meals, has been shown to improve digestion, reduce overeating, and enhance satisfaction. Eating slowly and intentionally allows your body to recognize fullness and helps avoid stress-related or emotional eating, which can contribute to weight gain and digestive discomfort over time. Perhaps the most empowering message about nutrition and aging is that it's never too late to make meaningful changes. The body is incredibly adaptive and resilient. Whether you're making small adjustments or overhauling your diet, every positive choice contributes to better health and slower aging. Start with simple swaps. Replace sugary snacks with fresh fruit, trade processed grains for whole grains, cook with olive oil instead of margarine, or add a handful of greens to your daily plate. Over time, these small choices add up to major improvements in how you look and feel. It's also helpful to think of food not just as fuel, but as information. Every bite you take sends signals to your cells, instructing them on how to function. Are you giving your body messages of inflammation or messages of healing? Are you supporting regeneration or accelerating breakdown? When you choose foods that nourish and sustain, you're not just eating, you're investing in your future self. In a world full of trends, fads, and conflicting advice, the foundation of a healthy age-defying diet remains simple. Eat more whole foods, fewer processed ones. Stay hydrated, and listen to your body. Aging is a natural process, but how you age is deeply influenced by the food you consume. With each meal, you have the opportunity to slow aging from the inside out, one nourishing bite at a time. You don't need a perfect diet, you just need a consistent one that supports your body, your goals, and your long-term well-being. Let food be your daily medicine, your source of strength, and your lifelong ally in the journey of aging well. Number 6, self-care is a necessity, not a luxury. For far too long, the idea of self-care has been misunderstood, often seen as a reward, a rare indulgence, or something reserved for people with extra time or resources. Self-care is frequently pushed to the sidelines in everyday life. But as we age, it becomes increasingly clear that self-care is not a luxury. It is a necessity. It is the foundation upon which physical health, emotional balance, and a vibrant, youthful presence are built. True self-care isn't about occasional treats or escape. It's about making consistent, intentional choices that support your well-being, help you recover from life's demands, and allow you to continue showing up as your best self. At the heart of effective self-care is a simple yet powerful idea. You matter. Your needs, your health, and your happiness deserve attention, not just after everything else is taken care of, but as a daily priority. This is especially important for older adults who have often spent decades taking care of others, children, spouses, aging parents, or work responsibilities. While caring for others is admirable and meaningful, chronic self-neglect leads to burnout, resentment, and accelerated aging. The body and mind cannot function optimally when they are constantly depleted. Investing in your own well-being is not selfish. It's an act of sustainability. Sleep is one of the most essential forms of self-care, and yet one of the most commonly sacrificed. In a culture that often glorifies busyness and productivity, rest is sometimes seen as a sign of weakness or laziness. But nothing could be further from the truth. Quality sleep is when your body performs critical repairs. It's when tissues heal, memories consolidate, hormones regulate, and your immune system strengthens. During deep sleep, the body produces human growth hormone, which plays a key role in maintaining muscle mass, skin elasticity, and overall vitality. Without adequate rest, you not only feel tired and unfocused, but your body also shows signs of premature aging. Prioritizing a consistent bedtime routine, limiting screen time in the evening, and creating a restful sleep environment are simple but powerful ways to care for yourself. Establishing healthy boundaries is another vital but often overlooked aspect of self-care. Many people, especially those who are kind, nurturing, and responsible, struggle with saying no, but constantly putting others' needs ahead of your own leads to physical exhaustion and emotional burnout. Healthy boundaries mean understanding your limits and honoring them. It means recognizing when to rest, when to step back, and when to say, "This is not serving me." It means giving yourself permission to protect your peace. Boundaries are not walls. They are bridges to a more balanced life. They allow you to be present and generous without sacrificing your health and happiness. Nutrition, as discussed earlier, is a cornerstone of aging well and a core component of self-care. Choosing foods that nourish rather than deplete your body is an act of respect for yourself. Planning meals, eating slowly, and savoring the process are all forms of mindful self-care. But beyond what you eat is how you eat. Are you rushed, distracted, or eating out of stress? Or are you tuned into your body's cues, eating when you're hungry and stopping when you're full? Nourishment is not just physical, it's emotional. Choosing foods that support your energy and mood is one of the most direct ways to love yourself daily. Engaging in activities that bring you joy is another essential part of a sustainable self-care practice. Joy is not optional. It is fuel for the soul. Whether it's listening to music, spending time with loved ones, walking in nature, painting, gardening, or reading a good book, these are not nice-to-haves. They are must-haves for a fulfilled life. When you regularly do things that bring you joy, you generate positive energy that radiates outward. Your posture, your tone of voice, your facial expressions all begin to reflect a more vibrant version of yourself. And this vibrancy is one of the most powerful anti-aging forces available to you. One of the most transformative forms of self-care is how you talk to yourself. Your internal dialogue, the thoughts you repeat day after day, shapes your reality more than almost anything else. Negative self-talk is like carrying a weight on your back every day. It drains your energy, undermines your confidence, and contributes to emotional stress. Statements like, "I'm too old," "I can't change," or "I'm not good enough," send messages to your brain and body that limit your growth and suppress your joy. In contrast, speaking to yourself with kindness, encouragement, and respect transforms your internal environment. When you say things like, "I'm proud of how far I've come," "I deserve to feel good," or "I am still growing," you generate emotional resilience. You stand taller, breathe deeper, and engage with life more fully. This kind of positive self-talk is not about denying challenges or pretending everything is perfect. It's about choosing to focus on your strengths, your efforts, and your potential. It's about being your own source of motivation rather than waiting for external approval. The body responds to this internal support. Hormones shift, stress decreases, and your overall appearance becomes more relaxed, open, and radiant. Self-care is also about creating rituals, small, thus repeated actions that signal to your mind and body that you are worth caring for. This might look like making your bed each morning, lighting a candle during dinner, keeping a gratitude journal, or taking a few minutes each day for quiet reflection. These rituals anchor your day in intention and self-respect. They remind you that no matter what's going on around you, you can always return to a place of calm, clarity, and presence within yourself. In today's world, where many messages encourage hustle, urgency, and outward success, choosing to slow down and take care of yourself is a radical act. It's also a wise one. Those who look the youngest, feel the best, and live with the most energy in their later years often have one thing in common. They make self-care a non-negotiable. They understand that their health and happiness are not things to squeeze into the leftover moments of the day. They are priorities that deserve time, attention, and effort. If you have spent most of your life putting others first, know this. It is not too late to turn that care inward. In fact, the later years of life offer a beautiful opportunity to rediscover yourself, to listen to your body, to rekindle old passions, and to create new rhythms that support your evolving needs. Self-care does not require expensive tools or elaborate routines. It requires intention, consistency, and compassion. When you care for yourself with presence and purpose, you begin to glow, not because you're chasing youth, but because you're honoring the fullness of who you are, and that glow is unmistakable. It's the kind of youthfulness that can't be bottled or bought. It's built day by day through the quiet, powerful act of self-care. In the end, self-care is not a break from your life. It is the foundation for a better life. It is what allows you to meet challenges with grace, to connect with others more deeply, and to show up for what matters most. It is not a luxury reserved for when everything else is done. It is the first thing, the practice that makes everything else possible. And it starts. Conclusion. You have the power to age well. Aging is inevitable, but how you age is largely within your control. The 6 foundations we've explored, understanding that genetics are only a small piece of the puzzle, cultivating a positive mindset, managing stress, staying physically active, nourishing your body, and practicing daily self-care, form a powerful, holistic approach to staying youthful in both body and spirit. These are not quick fixes or trends. They are timeless habits, rooted in science, and reinforced by the lives of those who continue to thrive well into their later years. Each decision you make, from the food on your plate to the thoughts in your mind, sends a message to your body. You can choose to send messages of renewal, strength, and growth, or messages of wear, depletion, and decline. The truth is, your age does not define your energy or your value. How you live, how you think, and how you treat yourself, these are what truly shape your vitality. You don't need perfect genes or extreme routines to stay vibrant. You need awareness, consistency, and the belief that you are still capable of growing, evolving, and enjoying life fully. The choices you make today become the foundation for how you look, feel, and move tomorrow. So treat yourself with care, move with purpose, nourish with intention, and live with joy. In doing so, you won't just look younger, you'll be living younger every single day. Thank you for watching. If you found this information helpful, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more health tips. Stay strong and stay healthy.